What's up, guys? Gun here. We're going to talk about tight ends in this video. And I'm going to give you three guys I'm liking early on. Tight ends are, I like to not give you the obvious ones, right? But tight ends, the pool for tight end is a little bit more murky. I'm going to leave out Travis Kelce. I'm going to do that. But just know I'm probably going to talk about George Kittle, and you're probably going to see his name everywhere. So I'm sorry. I tried. Oh man, I hope you guys are enjoying the NFL content that not only myself throwing out, but man, you're gonna see a whole lot in the DFS world, and it's fun, man. It's a great time of year. So much money this weekend. Hey, if you guys want to hang out with me full time, RunDFS.com, the VIP section, the premium product is where it's at. You guys go to RunDFS.com, make yourself an account, go to VIP passes, get yourself a week pass, 2-week pass, month pass. Or sign up for the full NFL season. Now, all these passes are not just for NFL or one sport. You get access to everything I covered, which is going to be baseball, NFL, and NBA when it gets here in October. And then, of course, the full access to the VIP Discord, which will cover everything. And there will be chat channels for stuff I don't cover: soccer, tennis, UFC, golf, hockey's in there. So this Saturday we're gonna have a voice chat like we do every Saturday night throughout the regular season. The candle burn. Want you to be there. Grab a mic, grab a headset, talk some plays with us, ask some questions, give some answers. Make your lineups. We'll have fun there. It's a beautiful part of the weekly process. Pretty fraternal, pretty fun. Lots of laughs and lots of work gets done there. So let's talk about some tight ends that I'm watching here. Let's get cranked up. First tight end I want to talk about is the aforementioned George Kittle. I know this is a cheapie, 6,600. He's basically priced as a wide receiver, but that's what he is. He's a wide receiver. He's looked really good in what we've seen in the NFL. He looked really good in the offseason. Looks like he's really focused to keep his historic pace going. There are some, I want to say there's some stuff that I want you guys to realize with George Kittle. At the end of last season, they were pretty much force-feeding this guy, trying to chase records. That's true. That's going to be a thing that I think we see regression in volume going forward, but I still think he's easily the guy that we have to project as the 49ers' top target monster, right? I think he's the guy that's going to lead the team in targets, at least in the short term. So with that said, the Niners at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers has a 50-point total right now. 49.5, 50, depending on where you look. So it's going to be one of the highest totals on the slate, and it's just a 1-point spread in some books. Some books has it a pick 'em. So it's a potential shootout here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers last season, if we go to defense versus position, and then we go to yards allowed, the Bucs gave up over 1,000 yards receiving to opposing tight ends, and then past that, the Bucs gave up the fifth most passing yards to opposing quarterbacks. So if Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have his way with this Bucs defense, he's going to have an option to throw it to George Kittle. Now the Bucs have nowhere to go but up when it comes to improving that defense. Last year was rough. They went out and got former Jets coach Todd Bowles, defensive coordinator. Should tighten things up a little bit, but I got to see it before I believe it, and I still think, regardless, George Kittle is going to be the safety blanket there. So I do think the target volume is going to be high enough, maybe on a week 3 or a week 4, a week where pricing isn't going to be as loose as this week. I can make a case that, hey, Kittle's usage or his target might go down, but I think because we can pretty much play whoever we want this week, George Kittle is probably the chalk block in cash, but I'm certainly just there with him. Jimmy G, George Kittle handcuff for me all day long, all day strong. Let's move on to my next tight end of interest, Evan Engram, New York Football Giants. We're waiting hand and foot on the Ezekiel Elliott news. I've heard rumors that we could have information today on him signing an extension. Regardless, let's talk about Evan Engram and his propensity in this Giants offense to be the guy that Eli Manning has to throw the ball to a lot. It just is. That's just the way it is. Things We'll never ever. Okay. Evan Engram, DKP by game log without Odell Beckham Jr. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. His last couple games, 19, 18, 17, 15. You take that from a tight end who's basically a receiver. We've seen Eli Manning uses tight ends a lot throughout the years. Eli's not what he once was, obviously. But Evan Engram is in a spot to where he should see a lot of snaps and a lot of volume, at least in the first game for the Giants. Golden Tate suspended, man. He's going to be out for this game. Another receiving option gone for Eli Manning. And then there was talk about Sterling Shepard being injured, dealing with a thumb injury. They say he's going to be ready, but another plus for Evan Engram. And, you can make the case that they're going to have to they could just double cover him. They could, but Saquon Barkley is probably going to demand a lot of attention for them. The Cowboys defensively last season allowed a league average reception or yards allowed to opposing tight ends, over 900 yards allowed, 7 touchdowns. This is mostly a volume play for me, man. I just think the volume of opportunity for Evan Engram, we're going to get wide receiver 1 targets, essentially. Very good chance he gets 8 to 10 targets. I'm in. 4,800. Give me 15 to 20 DKP. Will justify it in lower entry fields. And if he fell in the end zone, I don't know if there's tournament slate breaking upside in Evan Engram, but I certainly like the floor here. So he's the second tight end of interest for me here. And then lastly, Hunter Henry. You ready for this? Hunter Henry, 3,900 on Draftkings. What? Man, this guy was one of the highest touted tight ends last year before the season. People were drafting him. Unfortunately, he went down with an injury. You just think about this Chargers offense, what it was and what it is. Years back, Phillip Rivers to Antonio Gates was the connection, man. Antonio Gates was one of the better tight end careers because of Phillip Rivers. And what it is now is a team that announced that they're not going to talk to Melvin Gordon about an extension until after the regular season, which, if you're making assumptions here, that means Melvin Gordon's not going to play for the Chargers this season. So they're going to lean on Austin Eckler. And if Eckler can't get it done quite like Melvin Gordon could with the workload that Melvin had, Hunter Henry is going to open things up. I really think so. At 3,900? Come on, man. Give me Hunter Henry here. Let's talk about some supporting stats here. First of all, tight ends receiving yards allowed. The Colts gave up the most yards to tight ends in the NFL last season, 103 receptions. Everything's kind of aligning just right here for Hunter Henry. Of course, the Colts without Andrew Luck now going into this game on the road with Jacoby Brissett, and that has shaken the Vegas line drastically. Some places have the Chargers as a touchdown favorite. Very good chance one of those touchdowns is to Hunter Henry. So those are 3 tight ends I'm keeping an eye on right now. If I'm missing someone, or if you like someone a lot, let me know in the comments below. We'll try and round up any questions you guys got at these tight end positions in a video on Friday. If you got anything else for me, twitter.com/GundackerSports. Otherwise, I'll be in the RunDFS.com VIP Discord every day today before MLB lock, and we'll have some fun, man. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Good luck. God bless. Go win some money.